Hey there, awesome people. How are you guys doing? This is your VBro from Tech Week, and so today in this video we're going to be talking about thermal throttling and how to fix it. I did make a video regarding to this topic, but this is an updated video related to this topic. Well, if this is the first time you're visiting my channel, please do consider subscribing to my channel, and also do click on the like button as it helps me a lot. Well, thermal throttling is caused due to poor cooling design of the laptop that you're using, and it may also affect your desktop computer, but it is pretty unlikely to happen. Only laptops basically suffer with this kind of issues. Now, this is only a fix that works only for Intel CPUs only, so I just want to let you guys know. If you are a Ryzen user, then I am really sorry, this video is not for you. In this video, I'll be showing basically 3 methods, and your results may vary, but I can assure you by the end of this video, you will definitely get better performance with your games. Alright, the software that we're talking about is ThrottleStop. So this is the software that I'll be using. Don't worry, the link of this application will be there in the description, so you just don't need to worry about anything. Just go ahead and download it. It's free, of course. For this video, I am using the version 9.3, which is the latest version right now. Make sure you download the latest version of ThrottleStop, as it will contain bug fixes as well as it will support more modern Intel CPUs. After opening up the software, you can see there are a lot of options and buttons. Don't worry, I'll guide you through the whole process. Well, talking about all the 3 methods, the first method that we're going to be using is the undervolting the CPU. Well, this just means that you will feed less power to your CPU to perform the same task, and as you're feeding less power, so there will be less generation of heat, and hence the thermal throttling issue will be solved. Now let's do it. Now open up the ThrottleStop. Now the main boxes you need to tick in the home screen of the ThrottleStop is Speed Shift, BD Pro Chart, Speed Step, and C1E. Make sure these are the boxes that you tick. Now remember, some of the boxes may be inactive for you. This will vary upon CPUs to CPUs, so yeah, just don't worry about it. For me, I am using the Intel i5-8250 U series processor, which is a quad-core processor, and these settings are working great for me. Now let's go to the FIVR button right here. Here we're gonna be doing actually the undervolting process. Now, as you can see, we're on CPU core. On the bottom, you can see unlock adjustable voltage. Turn it on, and then select adjustable and go to offset voltage, and there reduce the slider to around -100 millivolts. Now remember guys, this value might be different for you depending upon the CPU. Do search in Google for your CPU model about its value in ThrottleStop. Or if you didn't find any help from Google, then you can do trial and error method. Don't worry, there won't be any permanent damage done to your CPU. The worst thing that can happen is that you will get a blue screen of death, and your computer will reboot and everything will be working fine again. Now do the same steps for Intel GPU, CPU cache, iGPU unslice, and lastly is the system agent. Once you have set all the values, check the box saying disable lock turbo power limits. After that, click on OK, save voltage immediately, and finally click OK. Now you have successfully undervolted your CPU. Remember guys, the offset voltage value will be different for you. For me, my CPU is the Intel Core i5-8250 U series processor. It is safe at -100 millivolts. If you want to be in a safer side, you can first try to go at -50 millivolts, and if it seems to be stable, then you can go ahead and try for -100 millivolts. Remember guys, this will work only when ThrottleStop is running. If you close ThrottleStop, all the settings will be restored to original value, And that's why after every reboot, make sure you run throttle stop before enjoying your favorite video games. That's the end of the first method. Now try playing all your favorite games. I am pretty sure you'll experience some better performance than before. Alright, so this is method number 2. Okay, so you have successfully undervolted your CPU, but there's still lag and stutters while playing your games. Well, don't worry, try method 2, it should really work. Well, in this method, we're going to be restricting the CPU to work at a lower speed. Like we will be forcing the CPU to work at a lower speed. Now you might think, if I restrict my CPU to work at a lower speed, I'll get less performance. But trust me guys, your games don't even need such amount of CPU power. Games like Valorant, GTA 5, Call of Duty, Fortnite, PUBG, these games don't even need the full CPU power or the speed. Now in order to do that, open throttle stop and go to FIVR. Here you can see that on the left hand side there are number of cores of my CPU. I have a quad core CPU, so there are 4 values right here. As you can see, if you have a dual core processor or a hexa-core processor, you'll see all your core values right here. Now for me, all the values are at 34. This is the clock multiplier. This might be different for you depending upon the CPU that you have. So what you need to do is to reduce this value. For me, I'll be reducing it by 10, that is 224. Now you can see all my values are changing as I'm changing the value. Now you can also use manual values for each and every core, but for me, 24 in all cores sounds pretty good. This will restrict my CPU to run at full 3.4 GHz in all my cores, and hence the CPU will get less heated up, as a result less thermal throttling. Try this method and play your favorite games, and do let me know about your experience in the comment box down below. Alright, so this is method number 3. This method is only for the users who didn't see any performance benefits after the above 2 methods. This method is the method that I use every day while I play my video games, like daily basis. In this method, what we'll be doing is that we will be disabling the turbo options of the CPU. This means that your CPU will be running at the base clock. It won't go higher than that. For my CPU, the base speed is 1.6 GHz, so yeah, it will stay in that. And for you, this will be different depending upon the different versions of different models of CPU. In order to do that, open up throttle stop, and there you will be seeing that there's an option that says disable turbo. Turn on this option and you're done. I use this option like daily to play like competitive games like CSGO, Valorant, as well as casual games like GTA 5 and few other games. By doing this method number 3, I get consistent performance in my gameplay, as well as temperatures stay under range. Do let me know which of the above methods worked for you. Even if after all these methods you're facing thermal throttling, then there is surely a hardware issue on your computer. For that, do check the CPU fan and try applying a new thermal paste over your CPU and GPU, or else if it's nothing works, then do visit a professional technician. Well, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If it really helped for you, please do consider subscribing my channel, as well as commenting down your feedback in the comment box down below. And yes, do like this video as well. This is Vibro signing out. Have a great day. God bless you all, and peace out.